Time of year when everybody gets excited and all eyes on the 4th of July turn to Coney Island. Of course, the big Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest, a time when hot dogs and world records collide. And with us now is competitive eating royalty, Nick Weary, and his wife, Mickey Sudo, who we know you very well here in the Tampa Bay area. Obviously, you guys live here. Thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much for having us.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. We're leading up to contest day. So what does training look like leading up to the big day?
Oh man, that's and Miki and I are actually a little bit different that way. Obviously, she's got the 10 pink belts. I've seen some of them hanging behind me here. But she's much more about, she does a little bit more cardio, getting healthy, getting in shape, feeling good. I think like when you're a 10-time champ, it's a little bit different than the guy who's climbing the mountain. And for me, it's a lot of practice like you play. Cook up the hot dogs, get your dunking liquids ready, put 10 minutes on the clock, and go like we're going to go on the fourth.
Yeah,
Cardio, Mickey. You do cardio leading up to this?
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, we exert so much energy during those 10 minutes. And you really, I mean, honestly, living in Florida is great practice because we exert so much energy in the unforgiving heat of, New York summer. So, honestly, I spend a lot of time outside. I get my endurance levels up. I like to, yeah, I like to be in cardiovascularly great shape so that I don't get winded during those 10 minutes. So a lot of cardio, riding my bike to and from school. Yeah, my practice and preparation has a lot less to do with food than it does to do with my overall well-being.
Okay, so Mickey, you've won 10 times. So I'm going to ask you this question. What does it look like that day for you mentally? Do you still get nervous when you're standing up on that podium as the clock is counting down?
I don't think there's anything that you can really do to get used to. Like you'd have to be a zombie to not get a little, I don't know, to not feel the energy of Coney Island. You've got tens of thousands of people screaming. The stage is literally shaking. You've got cameras in your faces. It's hot and sticky. Like all your senses are at full alert. So I mean, if you have a pulse, you're probably going to have some nerves. But with that said, like I like to make myself slow down and really try to live in the moment and soak it in because I've been doing this for 11 years. I probably won't be doing it for 11 more. So it's just, I really need to just slow time down intentionally and appreciate what's going on because it's really surreal. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, Nick, by the way, you're no slouch. You've gotten almost to the mountaintop there a couple of years ago. So obviously you're getting ready this year. Okay, so you have a lot of people who say competitive eating is not a real sport. But I got to ask you this. Do you guys watch your own game tape afterwards to see like what you've kind of done better or what you could maybe improve on somewhere down the line? Is this like, like sitting in the QB room?
Oh, absolutely. We count dogs per minute, how fast we are out the gate, how much we pushed at the end.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely go back and double check, to see like, okay, where did I mess up? Where could I be more efficient? How was my pace minutes? X through Y, because ultimately those are the things you have to work on.
Okay, so we're gonna have some fun questions, no more competitive questions. All right. Is there a food that you both would refuse to eat competitively?
Oh gosh. I mean, I feel like never say never because given the right circumstances, I could probably, bend my own rules. But I'm really squeamish when it comes to crawfish. There's something about the way you eat them, and the delicious part is like sucking. I don't know.
I was gonna say like oysters or something like that.
Oysters was on that list for me, but then I was offered a trip to Ireland. They gave me the opportunity to eat oysters for 3 minutes at a castle in Ireland. So that was on the never list. That I broke that rule because I was given equal opportunity.
How about you, Nick? Is there a
Yeah,
food?
yeah. For me, it'd be pickles. Yeah,
Oh,
for me, it would be pickles only
give me.
because I
I'll
can't
take
stand
them.
pickles, and I would feel really bad for the crowd watching me pathetically eat like a pickle or two over the course of 8 minutes while trying not to be disgusting.
Oh my gosh, that's a good one. Okay, so obviously after you eat all these hot dogs on the 4th of July, you're not going to eat anything later in the day.
No, no,
Okay.
likely not. I might steal one of the kids' popsicles or something. It's just like hydration and stuff. And you're kind of craving sweets because of all the salt
Yeah.
that you just ingested. But really, it's just a lot of water. Niki's gonna drag me all over New York City because she loves to walk around. But I'm not just staying hydrated and maybe, like I said, some popsicles and fresh fruit juices, stuff like that.
We're looking forward to it, and hopefully you guys are going to be, back on the mountaintop again this year, representing the Tampa Bay area. Well, I'm sure you will. Mickey and Nick, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
To bring back both the yellow and the pink belts.
Let's do it.
All right, so she's won 10 times. Nick has gotten as high as third place. Joey Chestnut is coming back to compete this year, so he's got a tough road ahead of him. But they're already in New York City. I was talking to them. They're already there now, getting ready, doing a little press for the big moment.
What a great interview, though. That was so interesting. And that they use she said the Florida heat actually helps them train because they need that cardio because they exert so much energy eating that much.
Yeah, and this has been good practice for the past month, especially.
I'm the same. I think it's very interesting, but I cannot physically watch
it. I know.
It makes me want to gag.
Yeah, I just go to the ESPN app to see who won. I'm like, okay, cool, good.
And how many hot dogs? Yeah. What is it?
Her record's 51, and his is 39. Yeah, 51.
Wow.
51. And the record's some Joey Chestnut, somewhere in the 60s.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
Yeah,
I just usually watch the people behind them with the numbers so that you can just watch the numbers and you can kind of avoid. But then you look at their shirts are all
and it goes so fast, 10 minutes.
I think it'd take me 2 weeks to eat 51 hot dogs.
Oh, easily. I think on Dollar Dog Night one time I might have eaten 3.
Yeah, exactly. That's usually my threshold, 3.
Yeah, exactly.